Okay, we got no heat. She just showed me the thermostat, and it's only 60 degrees in there, and it's calling for 58, or sorry, calling for 74, and it's only 60. So let's open this thing up and see what is going on. Check the filter here. Ain't nothing wrong with that thing. It's just replaced on that day. Today is 12/11 of 23. All right, let's open this thing up. Now, these covers aren't on very good. Could be on better. This screw on this side is literally, that's how it's in there. Not really pushing in good. Oh, never mind. I was thinking maybe it was letting this door safety switch right here open up, but where it's taped, it kind of rules that out. That tape's not the tightest, but I think it's tight enough to make a connection. So on to the next thing. We'll flip it on and see what it does. Getting four flashes, limit or rollout switch open. So my rollout switches are right here and right here. And then of course my limit is right there. Let's see if one of these are tripped. You push on it, it'll snap. Not that one. Oop, that one. Rollout switch was tripped. The most common thing that I've seen with those is the heat exchanger starting to plug up. Usually the secondary, and then the flame can't get through it well, and then it rolls out the flame. So we're going to put this cover back on the bottom because we don't want the air. When the blower motor comes on, we don't want it pulling that flame back here kind of because of air pressure, so we'll keep that on there. That inducer motor doesn't sound real good. If an inducer motor shuts off, it'll usually give you a pressure switch fault, but it might be giving us that flame might roll out if that motor's not drawing it in. And that motor doesn't sound real good, so we'll kind of watch that. As of right now, I do not see my flame rolling out. So we're going to watch it for a little bit and see what it does. I'm going to pull an amp draw on this motor. It sounds a little rough, but so we'll look into that while we kind of keep an eye on the flame and see if it rolls out. Now this was the one that was tripped, so that would be the side that was probably rolling out. And if that inside of that secondary heat exchangers plugging up, as it runs and gets more water that comes down the exhaust, and it just creates it inside the secondary heat exchanger, as it fills with water, if it's plugging up, that could be enough too to push that flame back into this firebox, which would get this switch hot and cause a trip rollout switch like what we had. So, all right, I'm going to amp this motor and keep an eye on that. 3.18, 2.11, 3 on the neutral, 2 on the hot leg. The motor's rated for 2.4 amps, so it's not like crazy overamping, maybe a little bit on that neutral leg, but I've seen them do that many times and it never caused an issue. So I'm going to slap the cover back on it and see if that changes anything with the way that flame reacts. As of right now, it does not look like it's rolling out. Let's see if I can get you guys a shot up in there of that flame. I didn't see any flames rolling out. We'll let it run for a little bit, let it create some moisture in that secondary heat exchanger and see what happens. Furnace has been running for about 6 to 7 minutes now, and as of right now, I don't really see anything rolling back. You know, the flames shooting down the chamber like it should. It's not coming back yet. Everything looks pretty normal. In order for that to trip this limit right up here, it would have to really be rolling back, you know, and create some heat in there. And right now it's not. So I'll give it some more time. And if it is indeed behind this black box right here, that's where your secondary heat exchanger is, and it condensates inside of there so it can fill with water. And if it's plugging up and the water can't get drained all the way down to this hose and down and out, then that could start causing that to roll out like that. Another thing that could cause it to roll out is above this heat exchanger, because this is called your secondary heat exchanger behind that box. The primary heat exchanger, if you look at those holes, you see a bunch of round holes, and those just have tubes inside of them that go serpentine back and forth. And if one of those gets a crack in it, and that crack starts to expand and open up as the blower is blowing air up through there, if it pushes air inside that crack, that also could push that flame back, right? It put air inside that pipe and push that flame back into here. Okay, this thing's been running for like 15 minutes, almost 20 minutes, and it has not even started to roll out that flame. I mean, everything's shooting right down the pipes like it should be, one bit of flame rollout. So I don't know why this rollout was tripped, but it was. So I think at this point we're going to go ahead and let it run. I had the gal come in here and I showed her the rollout switches and everything, explained to her what was going on, explained to her different things that could cause it, and basically how to at least reset that in an emergency to get her by until we can get out here if it does it again. But I mean, right now it's not doing it, so pretty much short of it having a partially clogged secondary heat exchanger, and it only backs up when it's really cold outside, like maybe a cold overnight temperature. Short of that causing water to back up on a heavy condensation, the only other thing it could maybe be is a faulty rollout switch. So if you guys think of something else I'm missing, if you're a qualified HVAC guy or just put in a little time on YouTube and research this stuff, leave a comment, let me know if I'm missing something. But I think that's pretty much it on this one. I will button it all back up and see if this thing gives us any more problems in the future. Alright, thanks for watching.